Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing a Ford Ranger XLT with the Sport package. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Super Ford here in Salt Lake for giving me some time with this Ranger. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. If you have any questions and need any help, just ask for Jaden. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 2.3 liter four-cylinder that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 20 around town and then 24 on the highway, with power outputs being 270 horsepower and then 310 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you're going to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see how it's raised there in the center, similar to the F-150. We've got these new C-shaped headlights, which look pretty sweet. A little fog light down below, and then look at the grille, how most of it's metallic gray. Got some recovery points here at the bottom, and got a little air dam there at the bottom too. But putting it all together, I think the new Ranger looks pretty sharp. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 255, 70, 17 in the front and over in the rear. And you can see here with the wheels, you got the metallic gray. Got these nice all-terrain tires, and then that's funny. So it's metallic gray, but then the truck's metallic gray, so it kind of all matches. XLT here on the side, and then you guys can see with the side steps. And then here is the side profile on the Sport. And being a Sport, it says Sport 4x4 here on the back, and then I like the little step here on the side. Now taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function, remote start, and then we've got the Ford logo on the back. Now popping to the bed, the tailgate does slow lower down, and we've got tons of space here in the bed. I like this material, that's pretty nice. Notice we've got some outlets here in the bed as well, and yeah, all together when you're done, just pick this up. Pretty dang light. You can see Ranger stamped in. And I like the taillights, they kind of have like a darker hue to them. And then notice the bumpers painted to match, and then we've got our parking sensors and all that. So putting it all together, let me know what you guys think about this Sport package, but I think this looks a little bit better than the Chrome package on the Ranger. Now popping inside, you guys can see here with the stitching and the soft touch trim, and then you got storage down below. And then look at this with the seats. I think this is really cool too, the cloth trim. And then you do have under seat storage, you just have to pull that little tab and kind of access it. Legroom in the back is solid for a mid-size pickup truck. Got some charging ports and storage there. And then in terms of headroom, it's pretty good. Now take a look at the front door panel again. You got that soft touch with the stitching. All of our window controls here. Got our mirror adjustments. The mirrors do power fold in. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. Payload on this is 1,604 pounds. Look at this. That's pretty cool. With the seat. All of your adjustments on the side. Got our light controls here. And this is interesting with the trim. Look at that. And ka-chow. Yep, you gotta put the key in the ignition. Built Ford tough. Now take a look at the steering wheel, soft touch all around. I like the darker trim there at the bottom. We got practical controls here for the center, cruise control with our volume and voice command controls as well. Then you got your regular stocks here on the back. And then we got this digital gauge cluster here in the center, which we can use to see different bits of info on systems within the truck itself. Pretty easy to use. I do like the off-road stuff. It's cool how you can see the status and all of that. And then we do happen to have some drive modes as well. So it doesn't really change, obviously with the truck a lot, it doesn't really change too much with the center. So like pop into sport mode, notice it gets kind of red and aggressive. Then the screen itself is not really all that different. So it's kind of interesting what they've done there with the drive mode. This one's got the 360, so you can see backup camera, and then you got that bird's eye view as well, pretty solid resolution. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system here, we got the home screen button there that will pop up with this little tab, and then notice here. And again, response time is pretty solid, easy to use. I like how that camera is always accessible. And then the climate controls and everything are always accessible here at the bottom. We do have heated seats with the XLT as well. And then we actually have physical climate controls. They look like radio controls, but they're actual climate controls. It's interesting that normally climate control knobs are big, but these ones are little. We have our charging area here with the wireless phone charging pad and all of that. A shifter for that 10-speed. Got some cup holders next to it, the parking brake. And then we do have this for the parking assist, auto stop start, stability control, rear locking differential, and then we've got a drive mode select with our drive line. So traditional 2-speed transfer case, no 4-wheel drive auto or anything. And pretty big center console. You can see the nice trim on the top, and then we've got the storage above the glove box. And then yeah, pretty good storage in the glove box. Power setting rear window. And then no center for anything. So this is a pretty loaded up XLT 301A, and some stuff it has added to it. So locking differential is 420. You've got the advanced towing and tech package. You've got the floor mats, running boards. You've got the bed liner. Anyways, total MSRP $46,425 for this XLT. Let's sum things up. Well, let's talk about visibility here in this Ranger. There's visibility of the hood, both the mirrors, do a blind spot warning. The rest of the rear. And, well, we're gonna go on a shorter drive of sorts, whatever we'll call it. But I did want to quickly talk about this package and the Ranger, you know, compared to what everyone's gonna compare this to in the segment, which is the Tacoma, which, by the way, I think I might have a Tacoma Ranger comparison put together in the next week or so. One of the Ford dealers has a Ranger coming in that's close enough to a Toyota dealership that I can probably put a comparison together. But what I will say about this XLT, it's rugged. Like going over I just want to show this with the bumps. Going over this with all the bumps and everything, like it does a shockingly good job with the damping. It has that kind of rugged truck feel, which I like. Doesn't mean it's not daily drivable. It's still a very daily drivable vehicle, but it's just a little bit different. And something that's cool about the Ranger is, you know, being a mid-size pickup truck, it's pretty easy to maneuver. It doesn't have that same big size that you have with the full-size pickup trucks. Let's not hit the plastic pole. Right? Turning radius is pretty good with it overall. But it's just easy to drive, and it's got kind of like, for a pickup truck, it's got a lightweight feel, so it just lends to sporty driving. It makes me really excited for the Ranger Raptor, because I think that thing's going to be an absolute blast to hoon. You know, it's going to have that lightweight, fun off-roader feel. And by the way, this 2.3, it's got some power. Feel light pops on. But it's got some solid power outputs with it. I still want to see what the V6 feels like in the Ranger. That'll be interesting. And I'm sure it'll be a similar situation to the Bronco, because I mean, they're the same platform, if you didn't know. So yeah, just wanted to show the Sport package. I think this is the package to get, is the Sport, because it just looks better than the Chrome. I know some people are diehard Chrome fans, but I think that the Sport just looks a little bit cleaner overall with the styling. And how this one's equipped with the locking rear differential and everything. This is a great truck. I mean, you take off the air dam, you put some all-terrain tires on this truck, and this thing is a mountain goat. It'll be able to crawl up tons of stuff, no problem. I don't even think I can't remember if this has, let's see, the trailer system. No, it doesn't have Ford's crawl control system. Let me make sure. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. I'm 2 days into a 3-day fast, and so my brain's kind of like, yeah, I don't see anything. So it doesn't look like it has it. I think it goes right there if it has the off-road cruise control. But regardless, still super capable truck. Let me know what you guys think about the Sports package. This one's obviously an XLT, but you can get it on the Lariat too. But I think this is the route to go for most people with the new Ranger.